Hello. So today we're going to continue on with our work in algebra, and we're still working on the questions on page 222, but we want to look at the area model for multiplying out our brackets. So we're going to be looking at how to multiply out brackets like these. Now you already know how to do it our algebraic way, where we take the first thing in the first bracket, multiply it by the second bracket, take the second thing in the first bracket and multiply it by all of the second bracket. You already know that method. We're going to look at another way that we're required to know for our exams. So if we take something like this, so it's our area model, so as you can predict we're going to be calculating area, and it's going to be the area of rectangles. And we know that the area of a rectangle, area, is equal to the length multiplied by the width. We know this already. Now, if we know that we have a rectangular box with a width of 3 and a length of 7, we know that the area of that box would be 3 multiplied by 7 will give us a total area of 21, and it would be units squared if we put in units for it. To make this a little bit more familiar to what we're going to see here, what I'm going to point out is if we have the same box here, same box, and we have a length of 7 here, it would be equally true to say that if we could break up our box into pieces like this, where we would say that this box would be have a length of 3 and this box would have a length of 4, and if we added those two together, 3 plus 4 would bring us back to the total length of our bigger box, which is 7. And if we worked out the area of this box and the area of this box and added them together, we must get the same thing as the area of the bigger box, of the overall box. That's the key idea for what we're going to do with our algebraic brackets in a minute. So what would this look like? The area would be, the area of our first box would be 3 multiplied by 3. The area of our second box would be 3. This length here must still be 3 multiplied by 4. And we would end up with 9 plus 12, which adds up to 21. So we get the same answer here. So we're able to break up our big boxes into smaller pieces, add the lengths together, and if we get at the area of each of these smaller boxes and add up our answers, we get the same thing as if we just multiplied everything all at once. Now I'm going to show you how this connects to our algebra. If we have a bracket like x plus 5 multiplied by another bracket x plus 2, we could say that this was the length of a box, and we could say that this was the width of a box. So if we draw our box, you need a big box for these kind of questions. We'd have x plus 2 would be one side, and x plus 5 we have to write down this side. Now what we're going to do is break up our box into smaller pieces. If we got the area of this big box, it would be the same as multiplying these two things together, multiplying the length by the width. Now what we're going to do is break up our box into 4 pieces. And what we can do is say we now have a little box here which has a width of x and a length of x. So its area would be x multiplied by x would be x squared. That's the area of this little part. Now what's going to be the area of this part? It's going to be x. This length here is the same as this length here, is going to be x multiplied by 2. So length multiplied by width, x multiplied by 2 gives me 2x. Here I have 5 multiplied by this length here must be x, because this length up here is x. So 5 multiplied by x will give me the area of this little box, and that's 5x. And finally, we have 5 multiplied by 2 is going to give me the area of this box, and obviously I haven't drawn this proportionately. It's 10. Now we know from our work over here, if we add up all these 4 areas, the area of this box plus the area of this block plus the area of this block plus the area of this block, it must be the same as the area of the overall shape, just like it was in our number example here. So that means that x plus 5 multiplied by x plus 2 must add up to, or must be equal to, x squared plus 2x plus 5x plus 10. And we're not finished, because we can see that if we have like terms, we have 2 things that are x's. So we can add that up and we say we get x squared plus 7x plus 10. Now, just to convince you of this, we're going to multiply this one out the way that we already know how to. And we'll see if we get the same answer. x plus 5 I should say, multiplied by x plus 2. And using our method from the last day, we have x multiplied by the second bracket plus 5 multiplied by the second bracket. So we'll have x by x plus 2 plus 5 by x plus 2. And we multiply everything outside the bracket by everything inside. Multiply everything outside the bracket by everything inside. And we get x multiplied by x plus x multiplied by 2 plus 5 multiplied by x plus 5 multiplied by 2. And if we multiply that out, we get x squared plus 2x plus 5x plus 10. Like terms, 2x and 5x, x squared plus 7x plus 10. And lo and behold, we have the same answer as we got up here. So the methods are the same. They look quite different, but they follow the same logic. They follow the same idea. So we must know this method. We can be asked about it in our tests and our exams, and this is the way we will do it most of the time. So this is the most important way that you need to know how to do our questions of multiplying out pairs of brackets, but this way we must practice. So this is going to be part of your work today, practicing this method where we're getting the area of our blocks. So I'm going to follow the same steps here to show how to multiply out our brackets. So we're going to draw a big box. This is going to be our length. This is going to be our width. So we're going to have big box. So we have plenty of space to write out our pieces. And we have 2x plus 3. We're going to break that up into 2 pieces, and we have x minus 4. We break that up into 4 pieces. So now we have a box that is x wide and 2x long. So that's going to be 2x by x is equal to 2x squared. And this is going to be a box with width x and length 3. So we're going to have 3 by x going to be 3x. This box here has a width of minus 4 and a length of 2x. So we have 2x multiplied by minus 4. Plus by minus is minus. 2 by 4 is 8 by x. And now for our final part, we have a length of 3 and a width of minus 4. 3 by minus 4 is minus 12. And I know if I add up this area plus this area plus this area plus this area, it must be the same as the area of the overall block. So 2x plus 3 multiplied by x minus 4 is equal to 2x squared plus 3x, be careful of our signs, this is a plus 3x, minus 8x minus 12. And I'm not finished because I can see that I have like terms here. I have an x and an x. So I'm going to add that up and I get 2x squared minus 5x minus 12. Be careful here, we use our number lines in our heads, or we draw one if we need to. We start at plus 3 and we subtract 8. We're getting 8 more negative, so we're going to move 8 places down to the left and we're going to end up at minus 5. And that's as far as we can go because we have dissimilar terms now. We have an x squared, an x, and a pure number. That's as far as we can add up. And that's what we need to know for now.